Hi everyone, it's a dark, dark day in November in Berlin. So let's see what's on the horizon for December. Okay, let's get some questions for December. Please give us 3 questions for December. So we have Justice, the Sun and the Star. Now, as you may remember, we're not really reading cards in this first part. We're just deciding what the questions are going to be. And this can be completely arbitrary. It's part of the fun. We're designing our spread. So I'm going to say Justice. What do we need to be fair about and look at from both sides? Fair and balanced about in the month of December. Star, I'm going to say, where can we find inspiration? And Sun, what I want to say is this: where can we find warmth and safety and a good environment in which to live and work and be ourselves? Okay, so let's take the International Icon Tarot, and we're going to go for 3 answers. Okay, please give us 3 answers for December. Okay, well, what I'm getting from these is a kind of mixed bag of ideas. Let's look at the 2 easier ones, these 2. Okay, we're going towards Christmas, and it can be a bit of a hysterical time. And the question was, where can we find warmth and feeling of safety and a good environment in which to live and work and be ourselves? And what I'm getting here, I'm going to read the High Priestess as really as spirituality. So I think we could, in December, there's always this issue that we're going towards this festival with, religious trappings and a religious background, even though behind Christmas there might be even something pagan, obviously. But we're going towards this deeply resonant and supposedly spiritual festival, and yet everything is hysterical and becomes about food and presents, doesn't it? And running around and traveling. So it becomes very, in a sense, very unspiritual. And we have this tension. And I would say that there's some encouragement there to carve out a space for yourself, whether it's, rediscovering your favorite spiritual book, or just having a practice, or just having some silence, or, spending time with your tarot cards or whatever that might be. I think that would be really helpful in December. And so maybe the clever thing would be to start on December the 1st, and then just get that up and running in your life if it isn't already. And so when you get to the hysterical part of December, you'll be a little bit more kind of protected, I think, if we read the Sun as a protected garden. The question over here on the right Where can we look for inspiration? Well, this is interesting because King of Pentacles is generous and supportive. He's also, if I can just think aloud, he's also, he can be a kind of sponsor, and he can be someone that gives us material backup. He or she, should we say. What I'm getting is that if we're hoping to get our lives together in some way on a practical level next year, whether it's pushing ahead with projects or just tidying things up in the way we live materially in our circumstances, it might be nice to think of people we know who have done this well, who seem to be comfortable in the material world, comfortable with being here, you know, and having prosperity and managing things nicely and being present in the world, being successful even, you know, being rich, but people who do it well. Or if you don't like the word rich, prosperous. And it may be that that kind of positive image of prosperity would be helpful at Christmas. Again, when all this, you know, when all this food is being cooked up and so many people are running to the shops and buying each other pairs of socks and pullovers. So yeah, positive role models of prosperity and a positive image of prosperity over the Christmas time. If one crosses your radar, think about that image and that example of prosperity and take a deep breath and invite that energy into your life. Because I think we do need this feeling of being comfortable with the material world in the Northern Hemisphere. That includes, you know, enough warmth in our radiators, enough logs on the fire, as well as enough to eat. We need to be warm and well fed and dry and so forth in winter in the north. So let that be a guiding star, that image, that energy. Over here, we had as our question, what do we need to be fair about? What do we need to weigh up carefully and in a balanced way? And there is an image of a reverse. There's the Fool image, which we know so well, and it's reversed. So we have, well, I hesitate to use the word problematic because I don't like it, but we have a sort of problematized Fool card here because he's reversed. And Fool upright, you know, is trust, isn't it? Trust and the positive aspects of risk, innocence, having a mind that's uncluttered. Now reversed, one could see that as foolhardiness or forgetting to look before you leap. I'm reading these two cards in conjunction. In which way does the reversed Fool answer this particular question? And this particular question was about being circumspect and being a little bit careful and weighing things up. And then we have here, maybe it's not a great idea to leap ahead with no thoughts for the consequences. So I think there's a kind of a slowing down and a taking of a deep breath before taking risks. Okay, so if there is something really important in your life that you want to get right, do your research and meditate about it. And if you have special ways of making decisions, like, you know, whether it's talking to your friends or consulting your cards, or, bouncing it off ChatGPT. Just go through all those research methods just to make sure you're not going to throw away an opportunity or involve yourself in unnecessary complications. Okay. Let's do a weather forecast, which I haven't done in a while, just maybe to help us get a sense of priorities in December. Here we go, some little cards. Please give us a weather forecast for the month of December. Okay, so as you may remember, I'm just looking for the position of the major arcana cards in the 12 positions here. And I'm not even particularly reading them at face value. I just want to know where the emphasis is for the month. And we've got 2nd house, 4th house, 8th and 9th. So we've got our material stability in our finances, our home, the expansive things in life, taking in new information, maybe communicating with people at long distance, learning things. And for me, that house is letting things go. So it feels like a meditative and domestic time. Time to look at your surroundings and also take care of what you have. Put your house in order. Those two add up to put your house in order. And for me, these two add up to read, look at your worldview, look at your philosophy, look at your belief system, and let go of the old. Okay? So that's rather interesting, isn't it? You have been watching Tea and Tara. I am Robert Farrar. Have a nice December.